What's cracking, knuckleheads? Today we are going fishing. We got, where you at, Wendell? We got Mr. Wendell here with Wendell Fishing. We got the old man, obviously, but yeah, today we're gonna go fishing. It is probably, as you can hear and see, it is howling. Windy to say the least. But today we're actually gonna, all three of us are actually fishing the same, you know, cove area of the lake. We're all under the same thing, but we're gonna kind of show and teach y'all how to use this little gadget right here to be a more efficient fisherman. So yeah, we're all gonna get some lures tied on, try to not let this wind blow us around. You can see Chadwick over there, he's kind of stuck on the ram, and I'm about to get blown over as we are here. But we're gonna go out, we're gonna have a little 1v1 fish challenge, and yeah, have some fun. You good, Chad? You stuck? He's stuck, so I'm gonna go help him, and we will see y'all out on the water and hopefully crack them today. I can't hear you. Shoo, it's windy. I'm glad I put them bibs on. Good? Cool, I'm going fishing. Y'all have some fun. I'm gonna go to this flat and I'm gonna go pitch docks. Put these power poles down, because is it deep enough? Perfect. Whenever we put them down and we stop, we know we are in the right water column. Oh no, it did hit. Perfect. We're gonna fish this little flat out here. Not gonna spend much time out here. All right, guys, we're gonna get off of out here in this flat. Very windy. I don't think the camera can do it justice, or the mic do it justice, because I've got some wind protected stuff. Well, this chesty will. I can flip to this chesty, the chesty audio for a little bit. You can see this water's chopping and rolling. But I was out here, you know, checking this little flat right here, and oh, come on. I was checking this little flat right here, and you know, a lot of times you come out on a flat this time of year and chunking one, and you'll get one. But if I were to do it right, I don't have the right color lipless. Only got like a shad color. This wind is murking the water up, so I need like a boiled crawfish, or like a red and orange, or you know, something brighter, more punchier. So, and I left my deep crank box. It is like 7 feet out here. So I could, you know, switch to a deep crank and kind of accomplish that same thing and stay on bottom. Especially with this wind, those fish will kind of move down a little bit to get out of that, you know, that surging current up top. But I don't have any of that with me. I got one deep crank, but it's for like 25 feet and it's 6 foot, so I just spend time getting hung up. So we are going to move around and go fish some docks that are out of the wind. Oh, buddy, that's a good one. Oh no, just got him hooked in the side. What happened was, I was coming up, I told you I was going to those docks, right? These docks right here, and then the water started to clear up and I saw a shad flicker, so I picked up the, oh no, it is a good one. Oh no, he just got his mouth open in the current. And I saw that, like I said, I saw that shad. Don't do it. And that's why you use a good glass rod. That's one. So like I was saying, as the water cleared up, saw a shad flicker. I was like, well, I guess there's some shad in here. And I got some polarized glasses on, so I can see these holes of these grass mats all through here. And I'm just lining it up with each one, and we got a fish. Playing with fire. 6 hooks, but there we go. That is the that's the first one. Nice little chunk on the old 6-inch Duke. But the water cleared up, so I was like, well, maybe that silver shad color that I like to throw will actually work. So I threw it, and I don't know how many casts it was, 3 or 4. We got us one, so heck yeah. There's the first fish right there. Pretty little chunk. So what I love about these power poles, man, these power pole micros allow you to be in line with the wind, but but have all your rods and kayak fishing and everything, you know, behind you. So yeah, love these power pole micros, and that's a chunk. Let's get it on the board for the first fish. Just a solid 16. Get my camera pulled up, not video, photo. There we go, a solid 16-inch fish. And let me get this fish back in the water real quick. So one more little view at him. Thanks, buddy. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our watch. Oops, wrong button. Gonna hit the pin. We're gonna drop a pin. Got a bunch of different options, but we're gonna do a catch, and I'm gonna add a voice. So add a voice to see. But here's what I like to do with this thing, right? I'll look at my graph. Let's say add voice. It's gonna do a recording. All right, guys. So we caught our first fish in 3.2 feet of water, 65 degrees. And that's just kind of, it makes me a mental note, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later on why I do the voice recording and not just a catch. But yeah, there's the first one. Thanks to the old power pole micros and a old lipless. What I might have to do, ooh, I can see a lot more patches up here. I can see more patches out here to my right, so what I might have to do is motor back up, get in line for better, but we're gonna sit out here. I don't know, like sometimes when it gets overcast like this, I feel like you kind of got to get lucky to a certain extent as far as, because they get to roaming. So we're gonna make a few casts here. We're just fan casting an eelgrass flat. It's very simple. Another one. Oh, it's grass. Let's try to see if we can get lucky, cast out here. Maybe I just need to cast. Maybe they're just standing out, you know, beside the docks and everything. Because the docks is going to be where a lot of them live, or just, you know, spend most of their time. So if they have the opportunity to go out and roam, they can. They don't have to wait on bait. They can go out and find those bait and brim and crawfish all by themselves. Use that wind to chunk that thing. A lot of times when I'm doing this, I'll wait for a gust of wind, because I'm in the wind anyways, so might as well use it to your advantage instead of just getting frustrated. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I caught that fish more over here to the right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna motor up back this way, turn around, drop the power poles, and make a few casts. And I think I'm gonna alternate between this and a chatterbait and get bit. Pop these bad boys up. Up. And use the big brother up front to motor around. Love this new update where you can just hold the button to go to a higher speed instead of having to hit each button individually. I'll try to get the right angle here in a second to where I can maybe take my sunglasses and show y'all what I'm seeing, because it's very vague on what I'm seeing, but it's enough to, you know, to make a difference in where you throw, and then, you know, up that percentage and leave that wind, up that percentage in you know, catch rates. So what I'll do is I'm gonna come up into this flat right here, and I can see a lot of patches. And so what I'll do is I'll get into the wind, drop the power poles, make a few fan casts. I usually go like boom, 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 and then pick the power poles up, move again, and then repeat that process, rinse, lather, repeat until, let's see, we're gonna get into about 2.6 foot of water now. Hit the reverse on this thing, slow me down, that way I'm not dropping my power poles as I got a bunch of momentum. You never want to do that. It's not good on the power poles on the stakes. But yeah, so you drop them bad boys, holding us in place, and now we can make some casts. Let's try old chatterbait. Whoa. The chatterbait's a little bit lighter, so I can stay above this stuff. I can throw the chatterbait a little shallower, and I'll throw the trap or the duke a little bit deeper. Might be too shallow here. Come here, bait. I mean, it is ripping. Oh, Mr. Daren's calling me. Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I got 116, so I'm figuring something out. They're sitting up on this flat over here.
All right.
So I just gotta figure out exactly where. It's kind of sparse over here, but I'm gonna fish out here for a little bit, but I think I can go to the docks and catch some bigger fish.
I'm about to cut you off and get those docks before you.
Well, go ahead. Get the dinks out of the way for me. No, go ahead. I think actually there's gonna be better bites around the point out of this wind. So.
I need to get out of this wind. It's hard for me to manage.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah. Luckily I got the power pole, so that's the only reason I'm able to stay out here.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Touch base with you in a little bit.
I got a 16.25, so you're a quarter behind.
Okay. All right. So pressure's on. Where's old Chad at?
I don't know. I think we'll be back in the protected cove.
Aw, what a wuss.
I know. We'll see.
Got to get out here amongst us men.
He's catching anything back there.
Okay. All right. Touch base with you in a second. Old Daren's got me by a 1/4 inch. I think I could have snuck out another quarter out of that fish I just caught. It's a big chunk of grass. All right, so it sounds like Daren's got he's got a 16 1/4. I should have, I think I could have swung another 1/4 inch out of that one I just caught, but I didn't think anybody was catching anything, so I didn't even worry about it. And look, I catch one fish and then the whole buzzard starts showing up. I don't know if he can hear me or not. Dang whole buzzards. That's all right. He's from out of town. We'll be nice. We'll be nice to him. Just catch this 20 right here in front of him. Here's a good one. A real good one, actually. Put the power poles back down. Oh no. They're just getting their mouths open coming into the water. No, it's a good one. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give it this is risky. Oh, here we go. Whoa. The wind about blew me over. That's number 2 on the old jackhammer with a 5.2 flush on the back of it. So that's a healthy one. Let's get a picture of them real quick. That's the second one from the same area. We're gonna squeeze that 17 out of this one because apparently they own them, or at least they're catching fish. Number 17. Or number 2, but 17 inches. There we go. God, that wind is ripping. Look how pretty that one is. But thanks, buddy. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hit a catch. I'm gonna add a voice. Well, it was in the same area, so I don't really have to add the voice. Well, I will, just cause. Add voice. 2.5 foot of water, wind blown eelgrass flat, 66 degrees of water temperature. I'm just gonna save it. Perfect. So we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna try to talk about it off the water. Tore my minnow up. That's all right. I got more of them. Actually, we're gonna put this back in our Yak Attack cup holder. I got more in here. Which one is this? Bluegill Magic. Got a Bluegill Magic 5.2 flush and a Beehite Delight 3/8 ounce regular jackhammer. Oh man, that fish messed up my hook keeper. It's actually something I like to do on these jackhammers is on softer baits that have more action, I'll go in and I'll push those teeth down a little bit, just because it's, especially most of your softer baits are a little thinner, so you don't rip out to the top and it actually stays in the frame of the bait, inside the profile of the bait I should say. So, but it still provides plenty of grip. I don't fold it back, you know, fold it all the way down and then try to fold it back out, because then eventually you'll break it. But I mean, even with like this like keeper, there's like the Japanese key, like the Sujins, or I don't even know how to say it. Like even if you break those metal, this is actually a pretty good keeper. You catch the fish and might have to reset it, but let's get this bad boy. Come on, find the center. There we go. Be sure I don't push any skirts in with it. Get her all dressed up and sexy for the next one. Put this hoodie up because I got big ears. I was at second one off of this dock, so they might just be stacked up. There might be a little eelgrass patch that they're stacked in, or that was the last one. I'm gonna have to sit here and make a decision if I try to sit here and grind it out or move around. Move up closer to this dock real quick. See if I can do what I was telling y'all a second ago. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up just because I can't see the right angle. Like you can see, let's try it. You see right here it's a little bit darker, right? Hold on. Let's see if I can put this like this. Do this. Alright. So as you can see, like right here, I think you can even see some of this grass that's right here by the boat. Definitely can see that right there. This hydrilla that's right here, but then as you ease on this way, see how it opens up? That's these little eelgrass and hydrilla patches, and what those fish do is they sit in that patch because one, they can ambush you know, prey out of it, and they can also it's kind of like it's like structure, so it kind of gets the current off of them or the wind. So we're fishing these flats out here. You can see a spot right here, then it gets light, and so all I'm doing is I'm looking for stuff, and then I'll just try to line it up to where I come through as many of the holes as possible. So just keep that in mind next time you're fishing a grass fishery. Let's look at what, I forgot what the wind was doing. I know it was something stupid. Set that right there real quick. 14-mile-an-hour wind, sustained, and I saw it was 18 earlier. And 25-mile-an-hour gusts. So yeah, she's a blowing for sure. She's a blowing. Especially getting an open flat, that stuff just has momentum to build up. Let's see if we can toss a jig off this end of this dock and get one. What I need to do is just go catch 5 real quick and then hog hunt instead of hog hunt trying to catch for 5. Just because I feel like with our little tournament we got going on, or challenge I should say, 5 would probably win it. I'm in the grass. Let's scoot up a little bit. There we go. Oh, I don't know if it's scoreable. It's an angry one. I might lose it. Whew. He's about to jump. Be a scoreable. Easy, easy. I'll give you a tip when you're dealing with these smaller fish in troubles. If you feel them shake, or if they're gonna shake and you got troubles, just put tension on the line. Just put tension on this line, because that'll just keep the lure from being able to swing around and hook herself. So if you're like, oh, he's about to shake, or he is shaking, just put tension on the line when he shakes. All he's gonna be doing is moving, you know, the lower end of his body and not the top end. Thanks, buddy. I think we're doing a 12. I don't know if he's gonna go, but we're gonna see. No, he ain't going 12. Oh, yes, he is. I better put some respect on this dude's name. He is 13. We might could get a quarter out of him. Let's go up here to the top end of the board. Oh, yeah, much better. We don't know what the fishing's gonna do, so every quarter inch counts. Perfect. What's up, little dude? Little dude. Deuces. That's number 3. It's funny, is on that fish, I was turning my graph back on. What I like to do when I get shallow is just turn the sonars off. Sometimes it can help you, sometimes it really don't matter. And as soon as I turn it on, I stop that bait. That fish ate. So yeah, now let's do this real quick. Let me zoom this in a little. You can see I'm creating a little bit of a pattern here. We're going to do a catch. Oh, catch. Going to add voice. 2.5 feet off of the front of docks in eelgrass patches. So do that right there. Bam. That one's locked in. The old Duke does it again. It's one of my favorite traps. Still the old Duke. This is the big brother. This is the 5/8. I wish if I had this color in 3/8, I'd be throwing. This is like shad surge or shad splurge. I can't remember. Just got roamers out here. Not a very, like, I mean, it is fun when it comes together, but it's not a very, like, predictable way where you can call your shot and be like, right here, it's gonna be a fish. Looky there. Can't make that up. Like, that was like perfect timing. Right there, there's a fish, and here's another one. You gonna go 12 for us? That's all we need. Oh, I'm gonna net you. I'm treating every fish like it's a $100,000 tournament. Whoa! Come here. Bam. That's another one. I think you'll go 12. I mean, this dude got both hooks. Y'all think he wanted that thing? I mean, all 6 hooks in his mouth. Let's see how we can assess this damage without hurting the fish as much, well, or tearing them up. I don't think he really feels it. There we go, buddy. There we go. Go 12. Go 12. Come on. Oh yeah, we're gonna push him to the top of the board again because he's got that longer top piece tail. 13.75. That was pretty funny as we're talking through, like, there's a fish, and this little dude made some Mystic Mac happen stuff. So thanks, buddy. All right. I'm not even gonna drop a pin on the watch because that's in the. Well, you know what? Because I'll say, hey, there was 2 here. I'll just do a catch without the voice and it'll just be saved. Let's see if there's another one. Take this hoodie off. I'm starting to sweat now that I'm getting out of here, or getting out of that wind. I wish I had a boiled crawfish in this thing. If I had a boiled crawfish in this color, boiled crawfish like that red and orange springtime, not only good in the springtime. Oh, what just happened? What just happened? Oh no. I was throwing a big crank on this thing. Let's see what happened. Oh, that sucks. What did I cut that on? Dang. Well, there goes that confident. I think I might have one more actually. It's probably in the truck if I had to guess. Dang it. Let's see. I've got 3/8 in a different color, but not the confidence color. What to do? Let's throw a jackhammer for a little bit. Let's go see if there's anything in the back of this dock. My thinking tells me bigger fish are just lazy fish that want to get out of the wind. We'll go back there. All right, well, came back here, pitched a jig for a little bit, but we only got like an hour left, and it's just hard to feel the jig. It's not what got me to the dance that I'm in, so we're gonna go back to the truck real quick because I think I have a backup of that bait I lost. So we're gonna run to the truck, sacrifice some time to hopefully, you know, get that confidence lure back. I still today don't know what happened with that one, or till now, same day, duh. But y'all know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna run back to the truck, get that lure, and retie it, and I'll be back momentarily. Need to put these bad boys on it. We're getting these digits cold. Back it on up, Terry. Ah, knew I had one more. Here's the package from the first one. That's why I always buy things in two. Thanks, Decked. Come to Papa. Easy now, slow your roll. Kobe. There's no way this is a bass. What the hell is this, a drum? Gotta be a drum or a carp. Damn carp. It's a pretty dude, but the wrong species. Whoa, hey. I will stick a pair of pliers through your head. Better calm down. Open your mouth. Thank you. That's a good hook right there that'll just stay just in that fin. Nasty sucker. It was like when I first hooked that thing, I was like, there ain't no way this is a bass. One, if that was a bass just off the hook set, it would be a world record. But two, just no head shakes, just dead weight. That's either a catfish, drum, or carp. There we go. Is this a bass? No, drum. Spin this boat around. Spot lock real quick. I don't know how five or four. You little asshole. Well, you ain't little. Tearing my leader all up. Oh Lord. You little shit. Come here. Ugh. Not giving up, huh? Got you now. Well, that ain't what we're after. I thought I'd done. Uh-oh. Calm down, calm down. Thought we done hooked another state record. Not really. As soon as I felt that bite and there was no head shakes. You gonna calm down or no? You nasty somebody. I mean, got him right in the corner of the mouth too. Open up. Stop. I mean, he wanted it. It's kind of dangerous out here right now. Or you just got to really pay attention more than dangerous. Heck, just for the fun of it. Got out here on this open lake and these waves are getting momentum. 9 pound, 1 ounce, almost 10 ounce drum, buddy. Well, guess what? We're done with you. Oh. It's cold. Well, we ain't gonna drop the power poles. See these big rollers right here? We ain't gonna drop the power poles and face, you know, opposite of the wind. Because you got that power pole down and a wave comes over the back and, you know, comes over the back of the boat and then fills that up on one side. It does have scuppers back there, but you know, it's a lot of water. Get one wave in, 2 waves in, weighs the boat down, then the 3rd wave, and you get enough weight in that back corner or one of these corners, then it's going. I don't think this boat would tip, but it would still get very very hairy. So we'll just prevent it from getting hairy by spot locking or anchor motoring into the wind. And yeah, just fish off the back of the boat. I mean, I think it's safe to say if we weren't, you know, Daren's from out of town, he's on a tight schedule. If he wasn't leaving, I think it would be safe to say amongst all 3 of us experienced fishermen that we probably would not be out here, but we're out here. So we're trying to make something happen. Trying to, you know, build on that bad time to fish for fishermen is a great time to catch a big fish or something. I don't remember how that goes. I got a drum and a carp in the same day. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think so. I've caught each one individually in a day. I don't think I've ever caught both. Just undo the anchor mode and let's move back. Move back a little bit. That drum was on the back side, as it should be. That's where the least amount of wind is, and that's where the grass will pick back up, because this is hard right here. All right, that's enough fun out here in the west, wild west. Let's go. What time is it? It is 4:16. Another cool thing about this watch is it'll tell you sundown. Pause this track real quick, resume later. See right here, this bottom in the middle. You can do altitude, step count, flow, and then sun up. Sundown is 4:46 and it is 4:18, so add 30 minutes or 5:15. So we got an hour till it's dark, but obviously it's overcast a little bit, so that might get sped up a little bit, but we're gonna make a run. I'd like to get 5. Well, I say that. Do I want to make a run, or do I just want to go pitch some docks and try to catch a quick one? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Whew. Got out of that wind. What a world of difference that was, or that is. Let's catch a couple of these flat docks real quick. Got grass out here and 6 foot of water. Cool thing about docks on Guntersville is, what does grass need to live? That would be sunlight. So when the docks are there and you get on the right bank where there's shell, a lot of bass like to live there because it's a good hard bottom that bait fish and brim like, and then you also get the shade. This water is kind of nasty. I mean, I can't even see my jig. Let's see, what is that? I can stop seeing it right there. 6 inches. Some crappie here. My trailer. A little peckerhead took my trailer. I was like, what's that weird little feeling? Had to be a little brim. Let's cut this nose off a little bit. Get into that thicker part of the bait. Put this in my cup holder. Throw it away later. I like to cut those jigs that have like a taper to them. I like to cut those because, one, get a thicker spot for a hook keeper so it doesn't tear it up, but then also when you get to that fatter part, it keeps the skirt pushed out, give that skirt some more action. So playing with some of these smaller baits, this is a 4.8 bodega, but cut that first little nose off, make it a little more compact as well, get a little more meat for your hook keeper, and then it's a little bit fatter on that skirt so it keeps that skirt, you know, pushed out like we all like. So see if we can't catch one on it real quick. Whoops, left a little too much slack out. Dadgummit, didn't even get to catch a fish on that thing. That's why you don't leave a bunch hanging out, or you set yourself up with the right angle to make the cast, so not just try to force it. Oh, come on, you know how to tie a knot. Go in here, over, oh my goodness, over, take this, go bam, hold the tag in, pull that nice and tight. Come on now, do that, make that loop a little smaller so you don't waste a bunch of good leader material. And tie you up a jig later, homie. We're gonna get your lighter colored cousin right here with the same trailer. Well, no, this is Nirvana trailer. Actually, you know what? This trailer's caught about 10 fish already, so let's do it all over again. Wouldn't y'all hit that? Nice little 1/2 ounce compact jig with a 4.8 bodega. Bodega. Quit. I don't know if he's gonna go 12. Let's see. Oh. He sure is. 12 1/4. Y'all see it right there. That's 5, I think. Well, it has to be 5. Might be 6. Number 5, little pickle, but he's pretty. That's I had to bundle up because that wind started getting good. But yeah, thanks, dude. That's the limit. See, right there's up where we were catching them. Was up here, came back just on the bottom side of it. So putting together a pretty good little area, to say the least. Y'all caught any? How many? Huh? How many?
Like 6 or 7. Well, 6 or 7 that I floated. That's it. Probably caught 10 inches. You got a limit?
Yeah.
What did he get?
He says he's got a bunch. I got 5, so
Quarters.
you might have it.
Huh?
You might have it. We're gonna have to.
I literally lost a 20 right over there, and I just lost a
We're gonna have to break out the calculators.
good one.
It's next to a lot of LED lights. Maybe you can put your toes on.
I can't feel my toes. It's been 30 minutes. That was a bad choice. 1:16.25. I lost one, but I did have a fish jump in my boat. I had a gizzard Chad. First time ever. Jumped straight in my boat. He was about that big.
So
Count it.
You're not competing, you know.
Count it. I competed.
Was
I
it
got
12
one.
inches?
No, it was like 4 inches. It was what
Non-
all did.
Non-scoreable.
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 One scoreable. Didn't do great. Stuck it on a wacky rig under a dock.
All right, I got a 15 3/4.
Hold on, let me get this framed up. All right, listen, I'll add yours up, then you can add mine up because I took multiple pictures. 15.75.
Okay. 14.75.
Bro, that don't make it.
Bro, that makes it.
That does not make it.
Hold on.
You see him trying to cheat over here?
Hold on. All right, 14 and a half.
Plus 14. I think you might have me. 14 and a quarter.
14 and a quarter.
That's the same fish.
No, it's not. That's
15 and a quarter.
15.
Quarter.
No,
That's
that's 15.
That's
yeah,
3/4, half.
Yeah, 15 and a quarter.
Oh yeah, he got me. 2,
And that's
3,
13.
4 plus 13. Yeah, you got me. Old Chadwick got 72 3/4.
Sad. Hey, but you know what? Them last two fish, we were sitting in the truck, and I said, we got to get back out there. He said, do we?
I can't feel my feet.
You gave up?
He's like, I can't feel my feet. He said, is it windy?
That's
And I
right.
went, no. And I looked up and saw this side of the mountain, and there was no wind. And I turned around and was like, oh, shoot. But it was calmer, and I pulled up on that spot, and I anchored, and I caught 2, which actually got me my limit.
All right, you ready?
All right, let's hear it.
That should have been 16 1/4. 16.
All right.
I'll be sure I'm not doing the same fish. 17 on the dot.
All right.
13.75.
Oh, shit.
13.75 again.
You trying to slide in the same fish on me twice?
No, I literally caught 2 fish in 4 minutes. And here we go, an absolute monster, 12 1/4.
Bro,
Did we just tie? Hold on, I screenshotted it. Look, show your phone.
get the fuck out of here.
Show your phone right here. But
What's
then
yours?
72 1/4. That's your screenshot.
Get the hell out of here.
Tied.
But I win because I got big fish.
Hey-o.
And I will be picking you since you got here. What's that Jesus?
Those are not Jesus sandals.
No,
Jesus wouldn't be caught dead in those sandals or resurrecting in those sandals.
Yeah,
They're not.
Dang, not just us making fun of you with the.
She caught him at the door and was making fun of him.
Oh, and then she.
the
No.
warmest
No,
in
no.
the house.
And then she said, I actually brought it up because she said it, not the other way around, sir.
There wasn't no.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you got bullied.
There's no bullying.
Actually, you know what? I won.
Literally
I
no
won
difference
today, right?
between your
So I can get a
sandwich
steak.
and your Philly
Right?
cheesesteak.
Get whatever you want,
There is a
homie.
difference. One's cut and one's
Yeah.
not.
Don't y'all think that's right? If you win, you get a steak.
That's it.
What is up, knuckleheads? It's actually the next day, unfortunately. We did dinner with Daren, had a great time with Daren, and yeah, he's heading back to Ohio, and we had some good laughs while we did dinner. Even the waitress, as y'all saw, made fun of him for his chacos. I don't think he'll be wearing chacos in 30-degree weather again. So, you know, you live and you learn. But what I wanted to do right now is kind of go through, for those of y'all that made it this far, we'll give you a little bit of extra juice on these setups. Let's just say, yeah, we'll go through this one first. So this is the chatterbait setup. Now this is actually not the chatterbait I was throwing. I got a little greedy on a dock and didn't read the dock right. You know, a thing you can, on Gunnersville or any really docks, is read the dock, because when they build these docks, they got to put cross members in them. And you don't want to do what I did and is throw it through that cross member, and then when that chatterbait sinks and gets down, you hit it right here in that X, and it's either going to bounce over, or you know, you're going to hook that post, and you're going to hook that post way, but if you skip it right, you're going to hook it way in the back and you're not going to be able to get it. So I broke off the one that I was throwing. Haven't been to the tackle store. Actually was rigging this up for y'all just to kind of show you, and the trailers, the flushes, I'm out of them too, so I need to go get more of these and some more jackhammers, because this bite is, for the most, it's almost year round on the old Gunnersville, on the old Gunnersville. But something I like to do with pretty much every chatterbait, mini max, baby jack, full jack, big blade, is I like to take that skirt and I will, you know, trim it, stay still, buddy. I'll trim it to just right behind, or let me frame this up, right behind that hook. Gives that skirt a little bit more profile, a little more bulky, like a bluegill. Lets that trailer behind get some more action too. So yeah, do that on pretty much every jackhammer you have and you'll get more bites. Like I said, that's on that 5.2 flush right here. Hold on, I got a truck coming. Hold on. Now we got a little bit of freedom up here, as you can probably hear, so we'll let him go by and then we'll continue. Like I said, trim that skirt up and you'll get more bites and more action out of your trailer. But I want to talk about this real quick. Is something happened 2 years ago. Kind of talk about it. Same thing with this rod that I was throwing that Duke on, that lipless. Is I throw my chatterbaits on exclusively glass rods now. Now I do have a rod coming that's not glass, but it's a little bit more moderate fast. So I'm trying to figure out, is it worth the price of the actual physical price of money of glass rods, and then glass rods are a little bit heavier, so is it worth slinging that you know, that glass rod around? Cannot talk today. Is it worth it? So, but I'm going to give you this tip: is throw your chatterbaits on a slower rod. You know, by slower I mean a moderate or moderate fast. This is a glass rod, but this is the, let's see, or is it flipped upside down? Yeah. So this is the 7.2 medium heavy glass rod. Everything will be down in the description if you want to check it out. Is throw your chatterbait on a slower rod. I'm kind of being long-winded here, but throw it on a slower rod. I have my theories on why it works, but I'll just tell you, you're gonna get more hookups and you're gonna lose less fish. I promise. I bet the house on it, bet my mama's life on it. Is you almost have to like try to lose a fish if you get a good hook like you're supposed to with, you know, a chatterbait on these rods. But we're throwing that on a 7-1-1. That's a Cronart. You throw it on whatever your favorite 7-1-1, you know, chatterbait reel is. And we got 30-pound braid to a 10-pound leader. I get more bites and I like my chatterbaits on a lighter leader. A lot more action leads to more bites. But I also have a theory that, like on a lake like Guntersville, to where there's a lot of pressure, right? These fish, especially in community holes, Guntersville, there's no secrets on Guntersville. It's pretty much just from top to bottom is a community hole for the most part. Is these fish are used to a certain chatter, certain vibration, certain feel, you know, in their lateral line. That's how they find these baits, other than sight, and they feel it, then they see it, and then they eat it. Is something I've done is I've changed my leader material. You know, a lot of people are throwing it on, I think Z-Man recommends 12, or that's like how they test their bait, so it's 12, but I know a lot of people that throw chatterbait on 15, 17, 18, for the right reasons. These things are not cheap, especially now that the tariffs have hit, and they don't want to break a fish off, or they don't want to retie. I will say, if I do this, I do have to retie a little bit more, but that's the give and take of these things in fishing, right? Do I want more bites and more fish and then just have to retie, or do I want to safety up and throw that heavier leader material? But that's it, you know. 7.2 rod, medium heavy glass, 10-pound leader, 30-pound braid, 7-1-1 reel. 7-1-1's good. Now I will tell you this, 8-1-1's too fast for me. A 6-4-1 or 6-speed, 6-1-1 is probably the most bites you will get out of a chatterbait. Stays in that strike zone a little bit longer, but you could get burned by a fish. So on your 7-1-1, maybe slow that reel speed down a little bit. Obviously the days kind of depend. You may need to speed it up a little bit more to get more reaction bites, but 7-1-1's the perfect fit for me for chatterbait. Now the next rod, which put most of the fish, you know, that setup right there put the biggest fish in the boat. This one right here was my numbers bait. That's that 6-cents Duke. This is the big boy. Like I said, get that 3/8 version if you're in that. Let's see, I was in about 4 foot of water, 2 foot of water sometimes, and that grass had about a 1 or 2 foot gap. That's kind of what I was trying to nick. So go to that 3/8. If I was in a perfect world, I would have this in a 3/8 ounce version. This is the 5/8 Big Brother and that Shad Surge. And we got a 7-1-1 Corrado right here. This is the 150 MGL. Now this is not the rod I normally throw this thing on. This is actually like my deep plug bites, like a Crush 500 DD or Crush 300 DD or a DT20, like your big crankbaits is what I normally throw on this. But kind of how I figured this out was on with the slower rods is I had a day to I wanted to throw something else and a chatterbait at the same time on a certain day, but what I was throwing made more sense on my normal chatterbait rod, which was like a medium heavy fast, and so I threw that on there because I wasn't cranking and accidentally ran into something that I think there's some value in it, and it's not just me making some stuff up. But this is a 7-Eleven medium heavy glass rod. This is the Zodius. I don't even know if they make this rod. I went to go look for it the other day and I could not find it. I saw the 7.6. 7.6 would be a good option, because what I would recommend, well, let me back up. When you're throwing a lipless, there's two routes you can take. You can take the 6'10" to 7 foot, which is like, for instance, a good jerkbait rod. That is a great lipless for yo-yoing. A little bit lighter rod, a little bit less rod to, you don't have to work a bigger rod. It's easier to use, kind of like that same minnow thing, use a shorter rod to, it's easier on you throughout the day. Where was I? Getting sidetracked here, got too many things going on in this head. First route was that. Second route is what I like to do normally, is go long. Go as long as you can. 7.6 plus 7-Eleven. If they made an 8'2" rod, I would probably throw it, to be honest with you. But that is for my reasons of when I'm normally throwing a lipless, is to cover water. So I want to chunk that thing. I want it to get as far away from me as possible and cover as much water as possible. And so that was kind of what I was throwing this on. That is a 30-pound braid. Most of my stuff is, unless I'm getting into a big glide bait rod, is 30-pound braid. And then I match the leader to whatever the technique is. It's just what I do. More sensitivity, less stretch in a kayak. You hook a fish. I have my reasons. I think I'm going to start playing with maybe some straight fluorocarbon on certain techniques, but for the most part, I'm braid to leader exclusively, and that's pretty much it. Oh, 18-pound leader on this one. This is 18-pound. I think this was Mastiff. Yeah, this is Mastiff. Not sponsored by Shimano. Just like their stuff, and I can get it here locally at my local tackle shops. And I got a lot of trust in these things, or in this equipment. So that's, excuse me. That's pretty much it as far as the tackle goes. That's the two that I threw that jig a little bit, but didn't really catch any fish on it, so I'm not gonna waste your time talking about it. But now let's talk about this thing right here. This is the Coros Nomad watch. Now, head over to Chad Hoover Fishing's channel, or the Old Man, as he is known to me as the Old Man. Head over to the Old Man's channel and head over to Window's channel, because they're gonna give away some of these watches 2 weeks from when their video releases, I think is the details. But just head over to their channel, or keep an eye on their channel if you already follow them, to just they're going to give away. So if you're interested in this, you can get one for free potentially. But let me get my screen started recording here, and I want to kind of walk you through what's cool about this watch is, let's see, I want to show you this right here. You can see right here, this is all my routes. Not going to zoom out too far. I don't want to give up the juice that easy. Some of you might know where I'm already at, or know where we were all at, but don't want to give it up too easy. As you can see, it kind of, this is where we went out to the hump, or it was a hump, yeah, it was a hump. Went out to that hump, caught that drum, and then we went back. We said, you know what, this ain't it. This ain't it, boys. Let's go back to where we got into this party at. And we went back up here, past a couple docks real quick. And you can see right here is I went behind that dock, and then right here behind the dock. Then I had to go back to the truck. So we went back to the truck, went back to the boat ramp, and then came back and started catching some fish. And you can see right here, this little zone. Put my north back. This little zone right here is where I was catching fish, mainly because it's the fall to winter fall to winter transition, and these fish they will still be on the docks until that on the right bank. They'll be on those docks pretty much all year long on Gunnersville. But I think the overcast day just pushed them out chasing bait. They had the chance to roam, didn't have to worry about avian predators as much, because the the light visibility or the water visibility is less. But here's what's cool about this app is I can click on this catch right here. Well, let me show you something first. So let's slide up right here. You can see it gives you all this details. I mean, almost too much for most people, but for people like me who are just nerds and freaks about it, gives me all this information that maybe I can look at, patterns and pick something up eventually. Is you can see right here all the times, the distance in between the catches, what catch was what. You can see the barometer, you can see my heart rate. What's gonna be really cool is I can't wait till I catch like a 10-pounder on this thing, and I can go back and see what my max heart rate went to, because I get a little Mike Iaconelli on them for the big fish. So that's gonna be pretty cool to watch. Or just, you know, if you're, you know, a heartbeat freak, you're trying to see what you do throughout the day, that's cool. You see the temperature, but you need to go in and switch that to Fahrenheit, because we're in America and we're not in the Celsius countries, so we're gonna switch that to Fahrenheit. You can see right here, I was fishing 77% of the time, and this is also, that's what's pretty cool about this, is I can, for those numbers, fishing is a statistics game. Everything we do, everything we look for, everything we throw, is none of it's 100%. We're trying to throw the things that are the highest percentage chance, and it's a percentages game to put more fish in the boat. That's all fishing is. And so it's pretty cool to say right here, all right, 77% of my time, get out of here, Verizon. 77% of the time I was fishing, and I spent 20% looking or scouting or whatever it might be. So I spent 77% of my time fishing, and 23% of my time riding around looking. And then look up here, fishing time was, activity was 3 hours and 3.5 hours pretty much, and I fished for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Went 7 miles in a day, and the moving speed is actually 9. Wasn't going 9 miles per hour. Now that thing right there, will actually move this rig about 6.5 miles an hour, fully loaded to the gills, 6.2. But I actually left it on, forgot to turn it off at the ramp, so it picked up the time of me driving, you know, 40, 50, 60 miles an hour to the restaurant where Daren got made fun of. So it'll give you your average speed throughout the day, and so that's just pretty cool, man. Maybe some people don't care. Some people are just like, yeah, that's too much. I don't want there's already enough technology in fishing. I don't want one extra thing of technology in fishing. But there is no denying that it can potentially help you. So y'all be sure to head over to the 2 channels. I'll link them down in the description, so y'all can just, if you don't know who they are already, if you're watching this, you probably already know who they are, but if you don't know who they are, go be sure to check them out and subscribe. And y'all subscribe to this channel too. I'm just not getting started, so I appreciate all y'all's help. Y'all don't know how much the subscriptions mean to help the algorithms and stuff. So y'all head over to their channel to try to get a free watch. I'm going to head to the tackle store to replace my flushes and my jackhammers that I need, because this bite might go fishing today. It's a nice day, low light wind, a little bit of light. I think I could go crack them. You know, you could switch it up to more of a natural shad. That's that green pumpkin shad with the green gizzard trailer. It's one of my favorites for daytime. But it's enough about today. I hope y'all hope this helps. If it did help, y'all get down in the description, let me know, or the comments. Get down there and say, hey, this is what I like to throw my chatterbait on. I have found this luck. I like to throw my lipless on this. I'm still very young to this game. I'm a student of this game. I think the moment you stop trying to learn new things and you think you got it figured all out in fishing, that is where people go south and it goes wrong for them, because we don't know everything. People go fishing and they fish a different way, or they fish a different fishery, and they might learn this little thing that you may never learn, or it might take you a little bit longer to learn. So if you could take that split second or that time from that person and learn something, and y'all do that together, 2 + 2 = 6, you know, to a certain extent. So yeah, like I said, appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Seriously?